Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we're doing the April edition of my 2020 Senate prediction map. So I usually do left to right, but now we're going to do right to left just to make things a little unique. Not unique, but different. Susan Collins was able to win her state by safe margins the past once or twice. I don't know how many times she's been reelected, but I don't. Even though she's become very unpopular since then, I do think she's going to win re-election. She voted against impeachment. She'll definitely win the second district by around 10 to 12 points. So I think that'll have her end up, and I think she will do well in the first district of Maine. So she will end up winning the state by a lean margin. Jeanne Shaheen really does not have no credible competitors right now. So, I mean, the state is trending, so it's either going to be likely to lean. I'm going to put it as likely for now. It most likely will change by November when my final prediction comes up. Now, Massachusetts. Now, whoever is the nominee between, Markley or Kennedy, I hope it's Kennedy. I think Kennedy is the better choice for Democrats. But either way, it's going to be safe. Rhode Island's, I don't know who. I think it's Reed, Jack Reed. I could be wrong. I know Jack Reed is either Rhode Island or Delaware. It's one of the two, but it's going to be safe either way. Same with New Jersey. Cory Booker really doesn't have a strong contender on the Republican side. I think independents have a better chance of taking the seat than a Republican at this point. But still, I think Booker's going to end up winning the seat. Now, Delaware, again, it is trending blue, especially with Joe Biden possibly on the Democrat ticket. It's going to be safe for the Democrats either way if Biden was on it or not. Now, Michigan, I do think Michigan will end up going to flip for John James. Gary Peters voted for impeachment in a state Trump won. Even though Trump won it by less than 1%, I think Trump is going to do better come November when all this coronavirus stuff and the economy is back on track and all that. Hopefully that's the case. Now, if the economy is not doing well, I could see Peters winning the state by lean to tilt, but right now I can give it to James by tilt margin, of course. Now, next up, West Virginia. I think Ojeda could win the state, but as of now, I'm going to give it to Capito by a lean margin. I think Ojeda will end up winning the state come November. I think he has that appeal. If he can campaign his ass off and actually give a reason for independent Republicans to actually switch over to the Democrat side to vote for him, I think he could, win the state. So, but for now, I'm just going to give it to Capito by a lean margin. God, I don't like Mark Warner, but I don't think there's really that big of a candidate who could flip the state right now. Hold up. I'm sorry. But because Second Amendment sanctuary counties, they're gonna pull out, but it's still not going to be enough. I think Warner's going to win Virginia by a lean margin. Now, there's a trend here in North Carolina that only us in North Carolina knows, but maybe a lot of people here haven't picked up on it, but I have. And back in 2016, I did not see any ads for Roy Cooper. Pat McCrory back in 2016, the gubernatorial election. I only seen Roy Cooper ads, and Roy Cooper ended up winning. Now, so far, I haven't seen any Tom Tillis ads, but I have seen Cunningham ads, Cal Cunningham ads. I think it's going to be close. I think North Carolina will flip to the Democrat column, just for now. I think if Tillis could get the ad ratio evened up, or if he could overcome the ad ratio of Cal Cunningham, I think he could take the state back. But as of now, I think it'll go to Cal Cunningham by a tilt margin. South Carolina, Harrison, it's one of the two. He seems like a formidable candidate, but I don't see South Carolina going to ground anyway other than a safe margin. Sorry, there are animals barking and it's annoying me. Kentucky, McConnell's going to win that by likely margin. Possibly safe, considering how bad of a candidate Amy McGrath is. I used to think that Kentucky was going to go blue, but I've since changed my view on that. Tennessee, there's two great Republican candidates, Haggerty and Sethi. But I hope Sethi wins a nomination. He would be better for Republicans to get somebody of color up there in the big view. Maybe we can get that right wing is racist stereotype off our back if we get an Indian up there. Somebody of color, but I highly doubt it. Georgia. I think both. We'll get to the special election here in a second, but Purdue is a strong candidate. He'll win his seat by a likely margin. Now, Loeffler, Kelly Loeffler, the heifer, yeah, she is under a. She's being investigated right now. She's either being investigated or she has a controversy behind her for like taking bonds or funds from like corrupted banks or something. I don't know. I see it on Tucker Carlson, and I just like it was so forgettable. But it's still going to haunt her. I think Republicans are going to narrowly flip that seat, especially with that behind Loeffler, which is not helping her case at all. So, Doug Jones, you should have voted against impeachment, bud. You should have. Mississippi will also be safe. Cindy Hyde Smith, Epsy could, bring this likely, but I highly doubt it. Okay, Illinois, Dick Durbin, safe. Dick Durbin ain't losing seat. Now, Tina Smith, even though I think Mike Lindell could have flipped the state, he's not running, but I think she'll win her seat by a likely margin. She's not very popular, but then again, there's not a formidable Republican candidate to raise up turnout to flip the seat to red. Now, Joni Ernst, she'll win her seat. I guarantee safe. Right now, Iowa's too deep red right now. It's to the point where Democrats might just want to give up on Iowa because it's not, you know, it's. I don't see Ernst losing that seat no matter what. Excuse me. Arkansas and Louisiana both will be safe. Tom Cotton, Bill Cassidy, strong candidates for their area. So I think they will keep their safe seat. As long as Mike Rounds and Ben Sass and the senator from Oklahoma, I can't remember his name right now, they'll all win their safe margins. Now Chris Kobach, I think he'll end up winning a seat by a lean margin. It's honestly weird seeing Kansas lean right now. It's weird. But I do think he's going to win his seat. I think he's going to win the nomination. Turnout's going to be bad, but I think Republicans are going to go for Kobach. Now, it wouldn't surprise me if the Democrats were able to flip Kansas. It wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. But for right now, I'm giving it to Kobach. Texas, Cornyn is going to win his seat by a likely margin. It's going to be around the same margin as what Trump won Iowa and Ohio by. It's going to be like 9.7, 9.8. It's going to be close to safe, but it's not quite there. So I think Cornyn is going to win his seat by that. There's not a weak candidate on the Democrat side currently. Okay, Montana. Now, Steve Bullock, very popular in the state. I think he's going to win his seat by a lean margin. Steve Daines is also popular, but I think Bullock just has more favorability as a governor than a, I think he would have won Montana if he stayed in the primary. I'll be right back, guys. I dropped something. I need to pick it up. Sorry about that, guys. I had to pick something. I dropped something again. What the heck? There it is. Man, I am just so unorganized. Okay, Wyoming, Idaho, Cynthia Loomis, and Jim Risch, I think his name is. Wait, maybe that was Jim Risch. I need to get my knowledge of senators back up. It's been a while. But they'll win their seats by safe margins. Hey, Democrats, can you win your seats by safe margins like us Republicans can? Whoop, whoop. Okay, Colorado, New Mexico, and Arizona. Those are Democrat strongholds currently. And Republicans need to do their best to take down those strongholds, but I don't think it's happening. Arizona will go to Mark Kelly. Colorado will go to Hickenlooper. Unless the investigation is in favor for Gardner, then I can see Gardner flipping the state. But as of right now, I see Hickenlooper winning. And then I think Ben Ray Lujan will end up winning New Mexico by a safe margin. But Dan Sullivan, I think he'll win his seat by a likely margin because what people don't realize is that Alaska has a three-party system, and they give their chances to they give a Republican, a Democrat, and a third party. That's just how it works over there. And so I think Alaska will go to Dan Sullivan by a likely margin, roughly the same margin as Texas currently, but I think Sullivan will still end up winning. And finally, Oregon, safe. Jeff Merkley will end up winning his seat by a safe margin. There's not a strong Republican over there to take the seat, even though the state is trending red. Now, it is 50-50, as it always is on these videos, because I am the ultimate centrist. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. This is the Caddick one saying,